Hi, I'm Kevin. Nice to see you again. Well, I'm out here in the herb garden and I'm getting ready to freeze strawberries. Today is June 8th and the early part of June is strawberry season here in New York State. So let me show you the berries I picked up. Here are 7.5 pounds of very attractive locally grown strawberries. Yeah, these were grown by a local farm. I would say they are at their peak of perfection. And that's exactly when you want to freeze them. Now, I'm going to wear plastic gloves while filming this video because I'll be turning the camera off and on, and I do not want to coat my camera with sticky strawberry juice. So anyway, what you'll need is either a sink or a tub of cool water, and you need to rinse the strawberries. So in you go. See how many I can fit in here. Oh, I can do another one, I think. Yeah, I have a lot of strawberries. So that's 7.5 pounds of strawberries. I wanted to get 10 pounds, but then, well, I was afraid I would seem greedy. So we're going to let these sit. I'm just going to move them around a little bit so any dust or debris can fall off of them. And then I'll show you the next step. Now, instead of draining the water off, what you do is take handfuls of the wet strawberries and place them on a big towel. Just get yourself a big clean bath towel. Move over here and put all of the berries on the towel. Now the reason I'm transferring the berries directly from the water to the towel instead of just pouring the water off is because if I poured the water off, the dirt and debris would still cling to the berries. And then we want to let these dry, and to encourage them to dry, just blot them with the towel. These look so good. I could probably eat all of them right now, right in front of you. Super. Oh, they're sweet. They're just perfect. Okay, next comes the hard part. We have to hull all of these strawberries. That means cutting out the green stem. And what you do is take a paring knife and go around the stem like this. And pull out the stem with the leaves. And then I have a little bowl over here to put all the stems in. I'll do one more for you. Just go around and around and around the stem, and out it will come. That way you're not wasting any of the berry. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. And I've put quite a dent in my strawberry stash. Anyway, after you've done like your first 80 strawberries, you kind of find your groove. I just wish that I had a standalone freezer. In the comments field below, let me know if you have like a separate standalone freezer. I have 2 refrigerators with, freezer compartments, but, those compartments, when you come right down to it, are really small. I did look into buying an upright freezer. I checked the Best Buy website, and every freezer that looked like it might work for me, had a sold out sign on it. So I guess I'll have to check again. Anyway, do let me know if you have a separate freezer at home. I think if you do a lot of food preservation, you probably do have a separate freezer. And lucky you. I'm jealous. Whew. All done. Here's 7.5 pounds of strawberries, all whole. And here are the holes. Makes me wish I had chickens, because I'll bet they'd really appreciate this. I'll bet some of you have chickens. I'll bet some of you have chickens and a standalone freezer. Anyway, I'll come back to show you the next step. All right, here are my strawberries. 7.5 pounds of them, all whole. And for this next step, you'll need a baking sheet either lined with wax paper or parchment paper. I have parchment paper here. And then you have to decide how you want to freeze the strawberries. Do you want to freeze them whole or sliced? And for the large strawberries, I think I'm going to just cut into maybe thirds, like this. Okay, and then smaller strawberries, like this little number, I'll just cut in half. So as you slice the berries, place them on top of the parchment lined baking sheet in a single layer. This way they will freeze very quickly and they won't stick together. Okay, now once your baking sheet is filled with a single layer of sliced berries, then you have an option. You can either line another baking sheet with parchment paper, or if you don't have a lot of freezer space, and I certainly don't, you can take another sheet of parchment paper and just put it directly on top of the other berries, and then keep going. Well, I might as well talk with you while I'm working here. And by the way, I really appreciate your company. And I'm glad that I decided to film this video outside in the herb garden, because it's early evening and the birds are singing. It's actually very pleasant out here. And after I finish this layer, I'm going to add another sheet of parchment paper and carry on. Alright, I have 3 layers of sliced strawberries here. Here's the top layer, middle layer, and then there's another layer underneath. So I'm going to put these in the freezer. I'm going to leave them overnight because it's already starting to get dark and I can't finish this video tonight. But normally you would freeze these for like 2 to 4 hours. You just freeze them until they're solidly frozen and then transfer them to bags. And I'm going to continue this video tomorrow morning so you can see the bagging portion. I'll see you then. Sleep well. Good morning. Here are the strawberries. I ended up doing 5 layers of them and I let them freeze overnight. So let's have a look. Oh, and that was only about half of my 7.5 pounds worth of strawberries. So I still have many more left to do. And I have some quart-sized bags that I labeled. So let's see. Move this aside. pull off the first layer. Or they're stuck. Okay. I have strawberries going everywhere. Okay. This is real life, folks. I'm not sticking badly. Okay. Here's our first layer. And then what we want to do, loosen them up. I'm just going to bang this down a few times. And then, let's see how this goes. Here's my bag. My berries. Let's see if we can get them into the bag without a hitch. Yep. Okay, a few of them have stuck, but they're not really sticking to the parchment. I mean, the parchment paper isn't ripping at all. There they are. And by the way, the high-pitched sound you hear, just stopped, is a sanding machine. We're having a side of the house painted. So our handyman is out there sanding off the old paint. Anyway, here's the final layer. Okay, roll it up, give it the old bang, bang, bang. Hope everything is loose. Grab the bag and in they go. A lot of strawberries. I didn't get all of them in there, but that's all right. This is how you freeze strawberries. And I am going to be very, very happy to have these. When winter rolls around, strawberries will last, a good 9 months in the freezer. So in January and February, when I want to make a strawberry souffle, I will not have to run to the supermarket to buy the berries. Thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.